What's the pettiest thing you did that worked? When I got into college, my best friend and I moved in together. We'd been close since high school, stayed up late to study, shared secrets, and even picked the same major, and everyone said we were like sisters. And at first it was great, and we made late night snack runs, studied for tests together, and complained about bad teachers. But looking back now, I realize the signs were always there. She used to flirt with my boyfriend doing little things like laughing too loud at his jokes, calling him cutie, teasing me in front of him like we were in some dumb sitcom, and I thought it was harmless because we're all friends. But one night during a movie, she airdropped me something, so I looked down and saw my phone, and it was a screenshot of her private Snapchat story with captions saying, "Guess who finally won?" And the photo showed his hoodie on her floor, and I felt the room spin, and my heart started racing. I looked at her and she smiled, but when I confronted her, she didn't deny it. She just tilted her head and told me he was never really mine. And when I asked him, he laughed and told me it wasn't serious anyway. And a week later, she updated her Instagram bio to Taken and posted a photo of herself in that hoodie, the one I bought him for Christmas. But I didn't cry or scream, I just smiled and said, wow, because if she wanted to be petty, she picked the wrong person. I stayed civil and cleaned the apartment, let her borrow my notes, and woke her up for class when she slept in. And every time she smiled at me like she beat me, I just smiled back because I was watching, and I was taking notes. I saved every time she begged me to finish her part of the group project, every time she sent me her timesheet and asked me to log her hours for an internship she never showed up to. I saved them all, but then came the grad school scramble that only took 20 people a year, and it was her dream school. So we both applied to this competitive program, and she even used some of my published work and called it hers to make her application stronger. And that's when I knew what I had to do. I waited until her final submission went in, and then I opened her laptop, and she left it unlocked, which was a big mistake. And inside her personal statement folder was her final submission Word document. So I opened it, but it was copy-pasted from a blog post, and it was the top Google result for how to write a powerful academic story. So I made a folder with screenshots of the blog, her file, timestamps, and reports showing she copied, and I mailed it anonymously to the university's academic review board. And 3 weeks later, she got a notice saying her application was under review. So she started freaking out because she thought it was about the blog post, but she had no idea that was the easy part, because 2 days later, I got an email, and it was a rejection letter, but they told me I'd already submitted under the same name. And I thought they got us mixed up, so I called, but they told me something I'll never forget. She had submitted a second application using my name, my transcripts, my test scores, and my essays. She literally copied everything and submitted it under my identity to double her chances. But that was her biggest mistake, because now it wasn't just plagiarism, it was fraud. So I forwarded that rejection email, along with everything else, to the review board, and 1 week later, she got the news. Her graduation was revoked, and her grad school offer was pulled, and her academic file was flagged for permanent review. She tried to act like it was a mistake and said someone must have hacked her and blamed me in the group chat, but no one believed her because I had the proof. Then she deleted all the posts with him and blocked me on everything and vanished from campus like she was never there. And I smiled because she stole my boyfriend, and I stole 4 years of her life.